Hey guys, this is Joshua Peterson with Peterson Electric. I'm here today to try to talk to you guys about trying to find a good contractor. That is a really hard thing to do at times, especially nowadays when you walk in the home and everybody assumes you're just like another car salesman. When I had my roof had an issue on my roof at my house, I actually had to get some estimates. I called 6 different people, 4 called back, 3 showed up. And out of the 3 people that showed up, I had a lot of questions about insurance. Number one company said that their guys that they hired to put on my roof were basically W-2 employees. So I asked to see proof that these guys were insured before they got up on my roof, and they weren't sure how to supply that, so I didn't pick them. The other company said that these guys are subcontractors and basically their own W-9. I said, okay, well good, then if you're referring them and you have a cut of my pay for my insurance, I need to see their insurance. The other thing, guys, when you're going to pick that insurance or pick that contractor with his insurance, you have a right to see their certificate as proof of insurance. And if it doesn't list what that they're covering or how much coverage or who's covering it and their company's labeled, then I would be cautious. Make sure you're looking at your sole proprietor, your LLC, your INC, and all that matches the company that they're selling. And so anyways, this other company couldn't show that these guys were W-9 and that their company would show me their insurance, though they were going underneath them and getting part of that 10% cut to refer them. Then I didn't pick them to be on my roof either, because if one of them falls off at a 25-foot fall like that, someone could get killed or injured, and then I'm going to be sued. And maybe it wasn't even my fault. It was their fault tripping on an extension cord on the roof. But needless to say, I wanted to make sure this company was insured. So the other thing I looked at was credentials. I want to know, number one, what is their education background? I want to know, since roofers evidently don't have to be listed under DORA, Department of Regulations Authority of Colorado, like I do, well, then that's a little bit trickier. So maybe you call up your local inspector, you go down to your local building department and see if there's any offenses against them. Beyond just a BBB, Better Business Bureau is a good thing to go through and look at, but you should also look at other things like Yelp and YouTube and Merchant Circle. Maybe you just get on YouTube and maybe you get on other things. People post things about people all the time. So that is really important to see what kind of credentials, also what kind of references they have. The other thing I looked at, guys, on the bid was that what did their bid say? What was the fine line? Some of their fine lines was pretty stout in there. If my insurance didn't pay them in time, then they were going to come after me. And it was a huge amount. And it wasn't as much as the last guy said at 1.5% or whatever it was monthly fee. It was huge. So we didn't want to go with them. Another one of the roofers actually said on their bids that they would like us to actually give over the right to talk to our insurance, deal with our insurance, and put us more as a third party. And I thought, no way. I mean, I'm the one that paid the insurance on my house for 15 years and my roof goes out and we're only getting a certain amount that I'm already aware of. What if they go back to bill them for more and then there's this legal battle and my roof doesn't get finished? Or worse, I owe the difference of what this contractor was trying to do. And so I'm real cautious that when I'm signing a contract, guys, if it's a small paragraph with a big price or a low price, be careful. In my opinion, when I do bids, out there for customers, I tell people I'm not the lowest bid and I'm not the highest bid, but I am somewhere in the middle. And that depends on how many bids you get. But if you're not getting a lot of estimates and talking to people, then be careful. If they show up to your house and they spend 4 minutes there to look at your house and give you a price, be careful on that. How much work are you doing? Sure, sometimes I quote ceiling fans for a house over the phone because they sent me a text. It's so simple. But there are other things when you're ripping out your kitchen and you're dealing with 18 to 20 circuits in that kitchen, guys, you want to make sure that you're getting a good estimate from somebody. And so the other thing, one last thing, guys, when you're getting free estimates from people, be courteous enough just to call them back and let them know where they came in at. Don't just blow them off when they're calling you twice. I mean, I call back all the people I do estimates for, sometimes 2 to 3 times until I hear something. If I never hear from them again, then I get the clue. But if you call me up within 2 to 3, 4 years out and I still remember your voice and your name, I may not go out and give you an estimate again. So if you want an estimate, guys, be nice and call them back. Just let them know, hey, this is where it came in at, or at least ask them some questions before you make that solidified decision. hey, this guy's estimate said this, and what about that? You didn't mention arc faults, but they did. He didn't mention a sub panel, but this guy did. So when we're doing electrical, guys, we do a lot of details on that estimate. We're talking about sub panels, arc faults, GFCIs, price for the parts, as well as my labor for the rough in, my labor for the trim out, the warranty, if you're supplying material, how I'm not covering certain things if it's wrong or broken. So we go into a lot of detail on those bids to make sure that you're educated as a consumer. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining us. I hope this helps you out for actually trying to find the right contractor. Thanks.